Welcome back to Frienditas,
the channel where two introverts
do the one thing homebodies never do: leave the house. Have you ever seen tiny colorful rail cars hugging a coastline?
We are embarking on the sky capsules.
Today, we experience the famous Haeundae Blue Line Park sky capsules.
The windows are open, so there is a nice breeze coming in.
We then visit the beach town of Songjeong for a huge bowl of kalguksu.
This is like a nice relaxing meal with relaxing flavors. Overall, amazing.
And take the scenic beach train along the Haeundae coastline.
All the other stops was like a minute or probably even like 30 seconds at most.
We see everything that Haeundae Blue Line Park has to offer, stopping and exploring as much as we can at each spot.
It really does feel like you're walking over the ocean.
Yeah.
And we end the day with some well-known mochi ice cream at Haeundae Beach.
That is fantastic.
Very rich.
This is our Haeundae Blue Line Park experience.
Good afternoon. Today we are embarking on the sky capsules and the beach train. This is at Haeundae Blue Line Park. It is on the east end of Haeundae Beach. If you just kind of keep going, there is stations, and it's a whole ordeal where essentially there's like a whole track. The sky capsule is a end-to-end one-way route, and then the beach train is like multiple stops, and you can kind of start at 3 main stations for it.
They're 2 separate rides, but they run alongside each other. Additionally, you can walk along the same route that the train and the sky capsule takes you. So you have a lot of options, but when you're trying to buy tickets, it can be pretty confusing. We actually bought a ticket for the sky capsule day of in person because sometimes the website won't let you buy tickets in advance with foreign credit cards.
So yeah, if you don't have a Korean bank account, then it'll probably be inconsistent with being able to buy it. We even tried checking Klook and they were unavailable, so we just kind of resorted to coming day of. But our tip for that is we are starting specifically with the sky capsule, and we are starting at cheongsapo station, so that is the other end of the line. There is mipo, which is right next to haeundae, and then the sky capsule track ends at cheongsapo. So we're starting at cheongsapo because like less people start here, more people start at mipo, which makes more sense. But our tip is if you need to come in person, definitely start at cheongsapo with the sky capsule. That's only one way, and then if you want to still do the beach train, you can then start at mipo. The beach train seems to be a little less traveled than the sky capsule. I think everyone knows this area for the sky capsule.
Yeah, we would definitely say that the beach train, you shouldn't have any issues buying tickets in person.
Yeah.
Sky capsule, cheongsapo to mipo is much more available than mipo to cheongsapo. We see that most people tend to just buy mipo to cheongsapo and then walk back, which is why cheongsapo to mipo has a lot of availability even day of. We're getting ready to board the sky capsule. Yeah! Yay, we're on the sky capsule. We learned that some of this rail was holdover from the Japanese colonial period, and now it's been repurposed for the sky capsule / beach train routes.
Actually, when we were in Taiwan, we went to the Shenao rail bike experience that was also like this. It was pretty similar, except we manually had to pedal. Also, the track was during those times, and so it's nice to see that during those more difficult times in history, that these rails could be repurposed for something a lot better and more fun, more connective.
The ride is a little shaky, so that's why we sound shaky.
Yeah.
But it is beautiful. One thing that came up during our research was that the mipo to cheongsapo route is on the outer edge of the track, so you would be a bit closer to the water by maybe, like 5 feet. Being on the inner track, it's not that much of a difference in person, so you'll be okay if you choose the cheongsapo to mipo route.
The only way you can do this is if you can buy tickets. If you can't buy tickets online because you might have a foreign card, then choose the option that actually lets you do this. That's what we did today.
We hope by putting this out that it helps other people who are interested, because we were pretty confused when we were trying to buy tickets because we didn't know how to get tickets for this experience at all.
We had to reference a couple different sites and see that other people also experienced the foreign card issue. This site historically has been able to accept foreign cards, but I guess they're going under some kind of maintenance or something where foreign cards cannot be processed for transactions. And so we tried a couple other third-party travel sites. None of them seemed to offer exactly what we were looking for. And so we just decided, you know what? let's try going in person and try to buy tickets in person because they do sell in person. It's just, it depends with the availability from online purchases and day of purchases. And that's why cheongsapo is more recommended by us than mipo. We are still going to head to mipo. That's where this track is leading us to. But if you start at mipo, it'll probably be a little harder if you try to do tickets day of.
Our plan is to get off at Mipo where this ends and then get a beach train day pass so that we can go back the same direction and get off and on at every single stop / attraction. That way we can see everything that this whole curved area has to offer.
This sky capsule is more scenic, so really it's just one end to the other end. We don't get off on this ride. But the beach train, we can get off at every stop because every stop there is some scenic thing to go look at, and that's what we wanted to do for this whole area.
Also, the other thing that we didn't know is that these individual sky capsules are not air conditioned.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. The windows are open, so there is a nice breeze coming in.
Being on the inner track from cheongsapo to mipo, we're a little bit more in the shade, so it's nice. There are a lot of windows here, and then the roof is covered. Not too much sunlight gets in. I also think the windows are a little tinted, so I don't think it'll be miserable, but it's not air conditioned.
You can see there's a bigger line down there. So we went to the ticketing office, but we could have just bought at the kiosk. We now bought a day pass. That allows us to take the train all the way to the end and then come back and get off at every single stop.
Our plan is to head straight to Songjeong station. We'll kind of start our getting on and off route from Songjeong. From Songjeong, we'll explore a little bit and then we'll just kind of start boarding and then getting off at each stop, looking around, and then getting back on.
Mipo's very crowded.
Yeah, super crowded. Because it's the one that's right next to haeundae Beach. The reason why we started with Sky Capsule and then end with Beach Train, Sky Capsule is easier to start with because it's a more difficult reservation to get, even day of. We wanted to ensure that we were able to ride the Sky Capsule with no reservation timing issues. With the Beach Train, we're doing the all-day pass, so we're going to get off at every stop. Because of that, we're going to have to wait at the reboarding section of every stop because first-time boarders at each stop get a priority.
We are off the beach train now, and
we're at Songjeong station.
yes,
There is a beach here, and because we have the all-day pass, we get to just do whatever we want. So we are going to go to the beach. It's very bright today, so please excuse our faces. Basically, the ride, inclusive of all the stops and the boarding from mipo to Songjeong, was about 20 minutes, a little shorter than the Sky Capsule. It was a pretty quick ride, and the main stops for the beach train is mipo, cheongsapo, and then Songjeong. The disembarking and then boarding times for those stops are going to be just a little longer. All the other stops was like a minute or probably even like 30 seconds at most.
it was a very smooth ride as well. I was standing for a lot of it. I didn't need to really hold on to anything. There are both seating options and standing options. The seats all face towards the water, which is really nice because that's what people are going to be facing during the entire ride.
There was like an announcer on the intercom, and they would announce in Korean, Japanese, English, and Chinese. Those were the main languages that we could like hear them speaking about kind of what we're viewing and then the next stops on the train. We haven't even done all the stops yet because we just did end to end, but I already recommend definitely try this out if you're also going to do Sky Capsule, and if you have the time, please do check out this beach train.
We loved it. It was very much our vibe because it was moving slowly. It had nice big windows. It was air conditioned. And we could kind of zone out too. If being outdoors and hiking is more your vibe, you can just walk the full trail for free.
Along the train track itself, there is a side where people can just walk the entire thing. Here's the restaurant we are going to be eating at.
Yeah.
It's a kalguksu restaurant.
We went to the location we saw on Google Maps. Maybe that was our mistake, but it had moved recently to this location. And there was a guy who was walking by and noticed that we were trying to get in, but couldn't. And he guided us in the right direction. It was a Korean guy. We asked him if he was from here, and he said, yeah, he spoke great English too. We are so thankful that that happened.
He was the only one there too. Like, no one else was walking around us. We were like, oh no. And then he came over. He was like, oh, they changed locations. Come follow me. I'll take you to where the new one is. We're like,
Yeah, what is that?
oh, so nice.
We've been feeling that the people of Korea have been so friendly.
So friendly, so helpful.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
We
we can order at the table. Luckily, they have a language chooser, so we obviously are English. And yeah, they offer milmyeon, it looks like, and then the kalguksu. Actually, it's mulchong kalguksu, so clam soup. And yeah, they also have dumplings and kimbap and bossam. For us, what we are going to do is we're going to get kalguksu. We're gonna get 2 of them, and then we are going to get just a half dish of the dumplings, and that'll be our order.
They brought out a huge bowl because we each got one. They brought us small bowls and then a big one to pull from, and these are our dumplings. I like how these look like little purses. Do you see the size?
This is our first kalguksu here in Korea.
Yes!
These kind of feel like Okinawa soba noodles or like flat udon noodles because they're kind of thick. It's pretty awesome.
I love noodles like this. They're so good.
The broth is nice and hearty.
I would say this is like a nice relaxing meal with relaxing flavors.
Clam is good. Overall, amazing.
Yeah. It's not intense like some other Korean dishes. This is more on the softer side.
Oh, also, if you can't do spice, this is not spicy. This is the inside of the mandu for the dumpling, and then we have a sauce to dip it in.
Delicious. It's kind of like gyoza,
Yeah.
is what it reminds me of. Those Japanese pot stickers.
They're slightly different filling, but, you know, it's a dumpling, so always good. It pairs perfectly with the noodles.
The sauces that it goes with, it's so well done. We apologize for the sunglasses. It's just very bright. We're at Songjeong Beach, and it's beautiful. It reminds us of haeundae a little bit, but it's also different.
It feels less busy than haeundae. It's more like a local beach. I don't think it's as big as haeundae, but still very beautiful nonetheless.
We decided that with the train schedules that we're working with, we'll be skipping Budokpo, but that's okay because it's kind of similar to Songjeong anyways. It's only a 20-minute walk from here, but this way we can buy ourselves some more time at the other stops that we want to stop at. They're misting us like vegetables here. It's so nice. After getting misted, we get back on the beach train along with everybody else to start the journey back towards Mipo Station. Our first stop is daritdol skywalk, and it is a huge loop. Once you get off, there's a bunch of workers that'll help guide you on the one-way path because you're meant to walk from just one part of the loop to the other.
The loop itself juts out into the ocean, so you can get a pretty unobstructed view of the water and the scenery.
We love how much Busan loves to do these things, probably because the coastline is so beautiful. There were even people fishing or just out on the rocks. We're not sure how they got down there. They might be more locals because the beach train definitely feels like it's more for tourists. There's a part of the walk where you can walk on top of glass, and the glass was pretty clean so you could see straight down to the water. It was amazing.
If you're a little queasy about that, maybe just walk on the planked area, or I don't know, maybe enjoy the view from back at the boardwalk.
There are parts where you are gonna have to walk on the glass for a little bit, but just don't look down if you don't like heights. We got so lucky because the weather was beautiful today, sun was shining, it's a nice breeze, and the entire time once you're out on the walk, you can see the coastline. It's a very unique vantage point because it's a perspective from out on the water looking back onto the landmass that is Busan. You can see the skyscrapers in the distance of the city, and it's this reminder that this little edge of coastline that you're on isn't super wide, but has a lot of unique features to it.
We like how the color of the skywalk reflected kind of the blue colors of the ocean and the sky, especially on a clear day.
You can spend as much time as you want at each of these stops because the beach train itself runs on a schedule. It's kind of like public transportation, except really localized. Oh, this is amazing!
So amazing! The blue is so vibrant and it goes so well with the blues of the sky and the ocean, especially on a clear day. Is blue everything.
And the glass floors are really clean and clear, so it really does feel like you're walking over the ocean.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. We're back at the train platform waiting for the next one to come. I think they have designed this well where you could quickly do each spot before the next train comes. If you're on a tight time schedule, you could do it very quickly. But you can also take your time, and if you miss the train, catch the next one, or always you can walk to the next stop.
Granted, we did start a bit later in the day, day, so we have less time to do everything. The beach train itself closes at 8, and then the daritdol skywalk closes at 6, and then haewol skywalk closes at 7:30. Knowing that we also ate lunch in between, we have a lot less time to spend at these places.
We then took the beach train to the next stop, moving from daritdol skywalk to cheongsapo station. There's a whole little town in this area. It's not super big, so you could explore it pretty quickly. And what's nice again is that you can spend as much or as little time as you like at each of these stops.
Love is giving heart bear. Love is giving heart bear.
Of course.
Out on the pier, there were fishing boats. People were selling some of their catches for the day. And then there were these twin lighthouses that we walked up towards.
You can't necessarily go up them, but you can view them and they're pretty interesting to look at.
The pathways to the lighthouses themselves are actually not connected, so you'll probably just be walking to the red one. The view is absolutely beautiful though, and it's worth the extra walk.
We're little babies and we really wanted ice cream. We got peach iced tea, is 4,500 won, and then ice cream with a clam biscuit sato thing for 6,000 won.
Iced tea.
Oh, very good.
Peachy.
The taste reminds me of Snapple.
We're at Greenable Ice Cream Cafe. That's the little mascot. It's so cute. There's like little pearl chunks in here. Not real pearl, but like I think chocolate pearls. Oh my god. Very milky.
Yes, I agree. Very milky. They named the farm that the milk comes from, so we are assuming that it's at least local to Korea, and it tastes very fresh.
Yeah, it almost has like a cheesiness to it too. Like a cheesy milk flavor. It's really good.
Almost like a milkshake turned into ice cream, which I think is already ice cream, but
Yeah.
it's so good. Hey, we are at the next stop.
We are at haewol Skywalk, so it is the other skywalk on the beach train route.
There are 2 whole skywalks on this coast, you guys. It's amazing. This one's painted white instead of blue. We learned different tidbits of information while on the train, so that's definitely another reason to take the train.
In either direction, this haewol Skywalk is a bit further from the city portions of the beach train, so all you hear is the waves, and then the sky capsule track is in perfect view of this area. It's very tranquil here.
So now here is the second skywalk. It's called the haewol observatory. This one isn't one way like the daritdol skywalk, so you can leisurely walk from one end to the other, whichever direction you prefer. It's painted white instead to differentiate itself, maybe? We're not sure why.
But if you were to pair the two, this one kind of reminds us of the sky and all the light colors that we see in the scenery as well. From this observatory, you can see the little sky capsules. Kind of fun seeing all the people roll on by. Some of them were waving to us, and so we'd wave back.
The sky capsules themselves aren't super loud, so walking next to them is still a peaceful experience. This observatory was unique because it had a specific spot at the very tip of it that was a circular area with a glass bottom.
Yeah, so the layout and shape of this curve is pretty similar to the daritdol skywalk, but it does jut out and kind of has its own feature of glass looking out into the ocean.
Kind of like with many parts of this skywalk, you can see the other aspects or the other points of the coastline. Like, for example, you can see cheongsapo in the distance and the twin lighthouses that we were at earlier.
And you can see a little bit of daritdol skywalk too.
Hopefully this gives you a sense of how easy it is to walk this if you wanted to, but it would be quite a walk, so that is why people choose the beach train or the sky capsules.
We did notice though there were a lot of people who looked like they were opting to walk, and there were also a lot of people running, so it also seems like a pretty nice running trail too.
And as a running trail, it's great because you're not near cars, so there's not a lot of noise pollution or literal pollution from the cars.
This really is beautiful.
Oh yeah, so beautiful. Busan has a lot of bridges that have glass bottoms, so you'll never have a shortage of just looking over the ocean. Sometimes it's a little freaky, but honestly, it's a lot of fun.
If you don't want to spend that much, you can do all this for free, just you have to walk it. But that's okay, because it's a beautiful pathway as well. We are at the tunnel.
Turns out the tunnel is not something that people walk through. It's just a tunnel that the train itself goes through. If you are curious about all the stops on the beach train, this one you can probably skip because you already go through it on the train.
It is a stop, so you can get off, and there's like seating, and then there is a photo spot, kind of gazebo, a few stairs down from the stop. I heard that it lights up at night, but the train doesn't really run that long enough either. So, yes.
Maybe that's useful to know if you plan on walking this route at night or in the evening. And just like that, we're done with the beach train and the sky capsule.
If you want to do all of it, it is a all-day activity for sure, but very worth it.
And if you only have half a day, it's still worth it to do some of it. Just the beach train or just the sky capsule or walking a portion of it. It is a little confusing when you look online, like we mentioned when we started this day. But when you're here, it starts to make a lot more sense. All the different ways in which you can customize your route for the day. This whole area is called Blue Line Park. Says this was opened in 1935 when railways between Pohang and Busan were constructed during the Japanese colonial period, utilized for the exploitation of resources and the Japanese tourists who visited haeundae for sightseeing. Mipo is right next to Haeundae Beach. It is walking distance, so we took a little stroll down to the beach. We love this beach. If you saw on our last video, our beach episode, we saw it for the first time and we had so much fun.
After all our adventures, we stopped by this horangi jella tteok rice cake place, which basically has mochi ice creams, and it has been pretty popular here in Busan, so we of course wanted to try it. There were a lot to choose from, and we opted for the 4-flavor pack just so that we could try multiple flavors.
Okay, so we're getting granola yogurt and then real vanilla, haeundae, pink salt, and my favorite cookies.
Frienditas.
It is frienditas. Wow. Basically eat by 9:41. They said to eat within 2 hours.
This actually came with little half gloves for us to eat with, which is very nice because sometimes we don't want to use napkins. So this first one is the granola yogurt. It's like a big mochi ball. Wow, that's really good. It's yogurt, so it's tart. That's why our faces were like that, but that is fantastic. Oh my god, it's like ice cream mochi, essentially.
If you like those Japanese mochi ice cream desserts, this is right up your alley. The granola is soft and spread out throughout inside. You can see little chunks there. It pairs really nicely with the yogurt flavor.
This next one is real vanilla from Madagascar.
They're all gonna look the same.
Yeah. The vanilla is incredibly smooth.
Very rich.
Yeah, it's a nice creamy mochi ice cream taste. Wow. This next one is haeundae pink salt.
That's a slow and lovely flavor. Cream taste, but a salted cream taste.
It almost tastes like salted caramel, but it's not as sweet as caramel.
They almost taste like rice a little bit.
Yeah. This last one is my favorite cookies.
That's what it's called. It's not her favorite cookie, but it's called my favorite cookie. I'm getting like a gingerbread ginger snap cookie.
It tastes like Biscoff cookies, the Lotus Biscoff cookies, the ones you get on the plane.
Yes, it's delicious.
This is a very nice selection of basically mochi ice cream. So if you're into mochi ice cream, they have a lot of unique flavors there. It seems that you can get a box of 4, 6, and then 9. I'm not sure that you can just get 1 or 2, but if you can, then go for it.
We suggest that you get some of these and then eat them at the beach.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Quick note, after you're done eating the ice cream, you can take the whole thing back, package and all, to where you bought it. They'll take back the trash because it can be intimidating knowing where to throw the styrofoam and then the ice cream mochi cups and everything in the bag too.
Thank you so much for joining us today. There is so much to do here at haeundae and Mipo area.
It was a lot of fun. We highly recommend doing even part of what we did today. It was so easy to do once we got there and figured it out. Even if it was intimidating online, that's okay.
Yeah, please don't let that stop you. You can definitely go day of, in person, and all that. Just follow our video. Or don't. We hope you enjoyed our video.
Please like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We will continue making videos. Let us know what was the most interesting part of our day for you as the viewer. We'll see you in the next video.